Hello everyone and welcome back to the LEGO CPA for my review of the LEGO Technic Lamborghini Huracán Tecnica. Now right off the bat, I did want to make sure to convey to you all that this is definitely one of my favorite LEGO Technic car sets. Now maybe it's due to the fact that I'm a huge Lamborghini fan and hope to one day own a Lamborghini, but regardless, I think this set really captures the look of the Lamborghini Huracan in a fantastic way, and I hope to show you that in this video. Of course, this is set number 42161, Lamborghini Huracan Tecnica for 806 pieces, and this released on August 1st, 2023 for the price of $49.99 US dollars. Right away, let's start off by taking a look at the box here. It is a fairly large box, I have to say, and at the front, we do have a beautiful picture of the set itself. But if we move to the bottom, it's your normal standard stuff here. However, I do want to point out at the side of the box, we have an officially licensed product sticker directly from Lamborghini, which is always nice to see with these officially licensed sets. Always a pleasure for sure. Definitely will be keeping this box, at least I'm going to be keeping the box, mainly for that sticker itself. And then as we go to the other side of the box, we have a beautiful tail end view of the Lamborghini Huracan with some stats on the real car itself and the picture of the real car. Of course, top speed at 201 miles an hour, 0 to 62 in 3.2 seconds, 640 horsepower, and it is a 5.2 liter V10. And also, we are going to see the engine moving up and down and the wheels turning, so that does it for the box. Moving on to the instructions. I did want to give you all a little peek at the instructions, and once again we do have the white instruction booklet with the sticker pack. There were a handful of stickers which I did think were necessary. They weren't too difficult to apply, so I didn't mind too much like I normally do. But looking at the instructions, we can see right off the bat that we have 3 separate bags. Of course, they do have the smaller bags inside them, but you can see the 3 stages of the build itself. And I do have to say that the build does build fairly quickly. Once you get to that 3rd bag, it's pretty much all where the pieces come together, that paneling. So I would say for the total build time, if you were in the stream watching, you did notice it was a fairly long stream. However, the total build time under normal circumstances would be about an hour and a half. And then on one of the last few pages, we have some very nice detailed pictures similar to what's on the box. And then probably my favorite picture is the real Huracan right above the Technic Huracan. Both looking very, very beautiful. But that pretty much sums up the instruction booklet. You'll have to see the rest of those for yourself when you buy this set. Now moving on to the vehicle itself. You will notice at the very top, we do have this knob, this lovely little knob. However, as you could probably see in the instruction booklet, it is very easy to remove. But that being said, it does control the wheels. And we do have the wheels being controlled at that gear at the top, but very, very easily. If you do want this set for display purposes, all you have to do is pull on the top, and it comes out very, very easy, which is very, very nice if you want this for display purposes on your shelves. Now let's start at the front, and we'll work our way backwards. Right at the front, there are some very, very interesting detail work with the pieces here. They're kind of the LEGO flags in the system set, and they were able to get them to do as much detailing as possible on this set. I know it would have been fairly difficult otherwise, but I think they did a pretty good job of capturing the front with these angles here. And of course, we do have the hood, and the hood does open and close. And I do have to say, I did really enjoy how they got the layering of the headlights in. As you can see, this hood piece here fairly covers it very well, but you can see it just kind of inlaid into the hood itself, which really does give it nice detailing and very nice layering, as opposed to simply having the pieces built into the hood. Now, moving on, we do have these wonderful fender pieces, and you will notice the kind of rubbery frame of the vehicle itself, and obviously it is very, very symmetric on both sides, no surprises here. And there we do have the wide open black area to capture the front of the Huracan Tecnica and how it looks in real life. But moving on to the side doors, they do open and close. And unfortunately, this was actually one of my complaints, my main complaints. Because unless I built something wrong, which I really don't think I did, the doors, they're very, very flimsy, as you can see. And they don't really have much stability. And when you close them, it is very, very tough to get them exactly even, which I'm not sure if they're supposed to be pushed in all the way, but when you push them in all the way, they kind of go in a little too far. So I'm wondering why they didn't get a better stopper or some kind of mechanic, because that's probably my main complaint with this vehicle is those doors. How they aren't very sturdy, first of all, and then getting them closed to the correct position it's kind of a chore. But that being said, very, very minimal complaints with this vehicle. However, as you can very obviously see through the hole in the vehicle, the blue Technic pins are unfortunately very rampant throughout this entire vehicle, which is very unfortunate. However, I didn't think there's a single spot you can look in this vehicle without seeing a blue Technic pin, and I really, really wish we could have black Technic pins like these you can see otherwise in the set. So LEGO, please consider. I know it might make it a little more difficult because the black and blue pins look very similar, but I promise you that we can handle it with these builds. We really need those black Technic pins to round out this Technic sets and other Technic sets like this to make them look prettier, better for display. Also, while we're on the side door, I do want to focus a little bit on the detailing and the contouring of these side panels here with the little side scoops looking fantastic. Of course, there's that sticker that I pointed to, but they do look very fantastic, and it is wonderful to see the layering. You'll have to look at the build on the live stream to see the paneling because it is really hard to capture here in person, but I do have to say they look fantastic. It was definitely one of my favorite parts, building the layering of this piece itself. On the back end of this vehicle, it's probably the most beautiful part of this vehicle, just because the layering once again, and it really captures the Huracan itself. Now, the other bit of mobility with this set is, of course, the engine pistons moving up and down, which is controlled by a gear underneath the vehicle, as you can see here, and only the right rear tire, when it spins, does it move the gear, which moves the axis, and then it spins these little green pieces, which then flick the engine. As you can see, the pistons, they are very, very free to move, but it flicks on those the pins on the pistons, which then move up and down, which I think is a fantastic movable function with this set. And I know they typically have semi-functional gearboxes like that, and in this case, it's more of just something to move those pistons up and down. Of course, with that lovely sticker right in the middle, very, very beautiful, capturing the engine, that V10 engine. And then moving on, let's move on to the rear of the vehicle. Hands down, my most favorite part of this vehicle is the tail end. And if you know how this vehicle is, you know this beautifully captures the Technica, the Huracan Tecnica. And it's amazing with this rear end here. Fantastic looking. Words honestly don't do it justice. Honestly, seeing it in this video doesn't really do it justice. And of course, we have the spoiler on the back, which actually does come off fairly easily, and actually I hope it goes on just as easily, or else this is going to be quite a little pain to see. And it does use very, very unique Technic pieces with these paneling, and I don't believe any of these pieces are new. Someone may have to correct me. These sets aren't on Bricklink just yet because they are so new, but I haven't seen pieces quite like this. Pieces angled this well, paneling to really format this Technica to be beautiful. And being at the $49.99 US dollar price point, I think this is 100% a beautiful set here. You'd be hard pressed for me to find something worth this much value, honestly, in any LEGO set. And of course, with this set being about 11 inches long, quite around the 1 to 16th level scale, I think it certainly captures what it means to be a Lamborghini. If you're a Lamborghini fan and you're a LEGO fan, 110% this set is for you. The build was super enjoyable, and there were some parts that were a little tense, a little tough to get those Technic pieces together, like the hood, for instance. But regardless, the build overall was very, very enjoyable. I think there's a lot for LEGO fans to enjoy with this set, and I do have to say 100% this set is worth $49.99. And even better, if you find the set on sale anything below $50, anything around $40 is a wonderful deal, and I would have to jump on that in a heartbeat, even though I already have one. Now, one thing I do want to finish with in these reviews and these sets moving forward is an investment grade. Unfortunate to say, I do not think this set is going to be a fantastic investment. While I do think it's a beautiful representation of the Lamborghini Huracan, I do not think this has much long-term value. Of course, being one of the smaller Technic sets in the first tier of those Technic sets at that $50 price range, I do think it holds a lot of value when you, for instance, compare it to the Lamborghini Cyan on the really top end and the Ferrari Daytona and those other larger scale Technic sets that tend to do very, very extremely well, especially the Porsche GT-R. Now, that being said, this set might be a sleeper. We might see some value coming from the set in the future, and I do think it will grow generically, or as generically as other LEGO sets do grow. So from that perspective, you would definitely want to get this set on sale as much as you could if you plan to use it for simply investment purposes. So definitely don't buy it now if you're going for investment purposes, but buying this for enjoyment, holy smokes, $50 is certainly worth it. And I definitely wanted to convey that to all you because I did not want any of you to miss out on this set. That being said, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing, liking this video, comment your thoughts on the Lamborghini Huracan Tecnica, and I would love to hear them. And we'll see you in the next LEGO review.